So I was originally going to call this I bat for the wrong team, or clearly I bat for the wrong team, which would have been, an attention getter, but there would have been literally no further reference to team or sports euphemism or blah, 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 blah. So it felt out of place, almost as out of place as I felt in this moment. But I decided to go with second floor because that is the space where my imaginary new friend, who I've not seen again, but I am sure is a witch, as I left bewitched, and then there's a whole follow-up thing the next day, but that may be its own poem later, probably. But for you, let's see. Also, like walking, and make sure I don't walk in the street or anything. But let's try this. Second floor. I see her in the parking lot of the storage unit where I keep the literal pieces of my life in order. And by in order, I mean in crumbling heaps of cardboard boxes, opened, closed, reopened, taped and criddled back into tarot towers of pending collapse and a reckoning that any day will bury me up to my neck in unachieved potential. She appears to be doing sun salutations, like I would know what sun salutations look like. Or some other martial arts, Tai Chi maybe. I load a push cart with a foam mattress that I have been carrying for 3 years in order to offer comfort anytime that it might be wanted to a man who has offered me only pain since 3 months into our history of spontaneous shared spaces. Less spontaneous than I would like to say, since spontaneous has meant until now every place that I've been allowed to lay my head where he invited himself to lay with me, where it was secluded enough that he might touch me in secret, but seen enough that I might not be vulnerable to attack, unsafe or unfound in the worst case scenario. But who really thinks about that in the moment when all I know is sometimes spontaneously he made me feel desirable and capable of closeness. She is tan, and a wild mane of white and yellow curling sunlight falls about her face while she captures and spins the energy of the world around her in her hands, balancing it with steps smooth as any ballet under the stars, stepping foot in front of foot, toe touching the ground in muffled gasp of leather, sliding with a hiss, foot behind foot, lowering flat to the pavement behind her, confidently finding balance while she releases the sun's rays back to the sky, opening her hands soft as tulips, offering praise to the morning, bowing her former mane a cascade downward, hiding her face and her muscular brown neck. I smile and I push my things toward the unloading dock, and I continue to watch her smooth, easy, carefree movement. And my things, poorly stacked before they even reach their unsteady stacks, crash. And I realize I don't have my key. And both prevent me from packing away the things that I think that I need to keep for some later date. She walks past me and touches a song into a keypad, and I think, and I am ashamed of the fact that I am just then thinking, she was dancing. I am no stranger to the rolling hands that catch and carry a beat that only you can hear. I need to collect myself. So I push the dolly into the warehouse and we meet by the elevator. Megan, she says, and we trade the smiles that we already had. I raise a hand and meet her face with mine, mirroring her, hand to hand, eyes to eyes. And I say my name. Where are you going? And I'm about to answer her when I realize that she is a collection of gold. Wide, intense rings flecked with yellow, amber, tan, caramel, toffee, hickory, tobacco, goldenrod, looking back at me. And she has the misplaced intention of stealing words from my mouth. You have beautiful eyes. And I reply, floor. She turns, I assume, to press the floor button, and then I hear myself in hindsight, and I say, I don't know why I said that. I said floor when I meant to say a floor, and she's already pressed 2, and I'm going there, that second floor, 2. And I should have said which floor, but I just said floor, and she's laughing and spins back to face me and meets me with a posture that is casual but couldn't be easily moved, like a plant rooted in Mississippi mud. I was gonna say I don't see floor, and I'm still rambling about floor, and she never looks away, and I can feel myself crumbling in the center, my foundation rattled. There, I say, thinking I'm going there too. But then I realize I still haven't said to yet. And she knows now. She must know now that she is an owl and I am a field mouse. And I am unable to look away and unable to control my facilities. Absolutely gorgeous, she says. And I stop saying floor. And the elevator door opens, and I am holding a box that reads Old Gay VHS, and I am wearing a shirt that says Enjoy Cock, a remnant of 1990s anti-capitalist queerness in white on red on my chest. But she is not looking at my chest or the box or my queerness. She is looking in my eyes. And all I can do is submit to my crumbling core, and I let my knees come together, and I let my arms fall, and I smirk, and my lips press tight in a thin line that raises up the right side of my face, lowering my eyes, breaking the gaze, just for a moment, and I literally just say, "Don't." Which she meets with, that's exactly what I'm talking about. And I want to say, yours too. Your eyes too. But she's walking away. And she glances back to capture me in my lack of response one more time. And I think, ridiculously, I've peed myself a little. Surely not. But there it is, recognizable in my 5th decade of life, a quarter-sized reminder of my mortality, and I must leave immediately before the quarter inside my shorts becomes a dime on my pants. So I pack my things out quickly, tossing them into my ride, running to the nearest men's room to finish what nature has started by surprise. But before I leave, before she turns down an aisle where somewhere she is keeping the literal pieces of her life together, she says, I am totally gonna have fun with you later. And now I'm sure, yeah, I have peed myself a little. And this Amazonian cat has made me blush, pulling her mane over one shoulder and taking me back into those golden eyes again. Who am I? This man with no words, dancing in the aisle of a store where I fled to the bathroom, dancing foot in front of foot, shoes squeaking, to a hard rock anthem that only I can hear.